immense pleasure to introduce our today's speaker, His Grace Chakravarti Prabhuji. And Prabhuji would be enlightening us by walking us through Srimad Bhagavatam 4.12.24 onwards. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Danvat Pranam. All good to Srila Prabhupada. And thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and association this morning. I would like to hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll be reading from Canto 4, Chapter 12. Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Verse number 24. I'll just recite the verse. Khila jagat dhatu avam devasya sarginaha parshada vihatam praptau netum tvam bhagavat padam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. We are representatives of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Creator of the whole universe, who carries in His hand the bow named Sharanga. We have been specifically deputed to take you to the spiritual world. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that simply by knowing His transcendental pastimes, whether within this material world or in the spiritual world, anyone who understands factually who He is, how He appears, and how He acts, can be immediately fixed for transfer to the spiritual world. This principle, stated in the Bhagavad Gita, operated in the case of King Dhruva. Throughout his life, he tried to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by austerity and penance. Now the mature result was that Dhruva Maharaj became fit to be carried to the spiritual world, accompanied by the confidential associates of the Lord. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Thapitam Jena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Vishnu Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Rahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamcha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashyata Desha Dharine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurvishe Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we have been discussing this pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj for a few weeks, and now it's the concluding few verses going on. Wonderful description, how, and a hope-giving description, how Dhruva Maharaj, a small boy Dhruva, just a 5, with anger, Rajaguna, because his stepmother kind of insulted him. And then he goes, from there he starts his journey, seeing his determination and taking the right path, the right approach. Very important. Sometimes, for short-term basis, we take a wrong approach. But very important learning from Dhruva Maharaj is, even though he wanted a material achievement, he wanted something material, but he wanted to approach in the right way to the right person. So he asked his mother, and the mother said, "You go to Lord Vishnu." Anything material given by any other person apart from Lord is temporary. Even Brahma has given benedictions, that's temporary. Any demigod, anyone in this material creation gives us any benediction, whatever it may be, we may become almost next to Lord Brahma, but still that will be temporary because the personalities who are giving us benediction, they are temporary. But Lord Vishnu, when he gives something, he will make sure that whatever he gives us, that is protected and that remains. Ultimately, it's a good name of Lord Vishnu also. Other people will say Lord is giving to anyone and everyone, and people are spoiling, and then what is the use of taking benediction from the Lord if it is temporary? So it has to be permanent. And Dhruva Maharaj took the right path. Seeing his determination, Lord arranged Narada Muni to meet Dhruva and test his determination further. And he was tested. And finally, he started his journey of austerity, of penances, chanting the holy name, worshipping the deity. He did everything. He worshipped the deity form, he stayed in Dham, chanted the holy name of the Lord. He did all the austerity and penances, what was required in terms of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. He did practically everything. And by this, the Lord was so pleased with him that in 6 months, the Lord was standing in front of him. And Prabhupada said, it is possible, but if we do practice like Dhruva. Otherwise, in the next verse itself, 25th verse of this 12th chapter of 4th canto, describes how it is Durjanya. It's very difficult. It's not easy. Sometimes, not to discourage anyone, in ISKCON we think now because we are part of ISKCON, we have come to ISKCON, or we'll go to Golok, as if it is not Golok, it is the other railway station. Or you're just going, 3 blocks away from your house, and we talk about Golok Vrindavan like that. Too much familiarity. Sometimes it may be dangerous. If we take it too casually, then we'll not execute sadhana bhakti with that seriousness. If we take it too lightly, it happens. I've seen it. We have all seen. Oh, now Prabhu, I've reached. Anyways, Prabhupada's mercy, Krishna's mercy. Internally, we are not dependent, but still we talk about their mercy just because we want to socialize in a nice way. So we say, oh, it's Prabhupada's mercy, Gauranga's mercy. We go back, Goloka Vrindavan. Not even Vaikuntha. We don't want any compromise. No Vaikuntha, no Dwarka, no Mathura. no Ayodhya, direct Golok Vrindavan. So it is not so easy to go back. So here, Dhruv Maharaj did lot, and then he was given a planet to rule for 36,000 years, and then now he's going back to God. So he's saying, then the associates of Lord Vishnu Dutas have come to take Dhruva back to spiritual world. So he's asking, who are you? Seeing them, this effulgent 400 personalities with golden helmet on their head and yellow dhoti and such wonderful, fresh, ever eternally fresh garland and beautiful shining jewels on their arms and their neck and their ears, like earrings, exactly resembling like Lord Vishnu, except the Kaustuba jewel and Srivatsa. That's how it is Sarupya Mukti. It looks like that. And Lord wears all the ornaments. Generally you wouldn't see a male wearing it. Maybe earlier some kings used to wear, but now no one is wearing jewelry. But you have seen Krishna. He put so much jewelry. There are earrings, there is nose ring, there are necklaces, there are armbands, wristband, there is anklet, there are rings in the hand, and so much decoration on the forehead. Still, there are some differences between Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna wears his nose ring between the nose. Sometimes you would have seen the Rajasthani painting. I have seen some women wearing that. Old women in Rajasthan sometimes they wear like that. And Krishna has peacock feather. No other incarnation has peacock feather. Only in ISKCON we put peacock feather in the painting of Lord Narasimha, but Lord Narasimha doesn't wear peacock feather. Then he has Gunjamala. So these are some special ornaments which Lord Krishna only has. So he saw and then asked. So now they are telling who we are. Tasya Akhila. Tasya means his. Akhila Jagat Dhatu. The creator of the entire universe. We, Ava, Devasya. Sharangina, one who has own name Sharanga. Parshado, we are associates. Yeah, now we have come. He's saying that the creator of the entire universe, we are connected. Devasya, that Supreme Lord, who has Sharangina, the creator, the master should have the weapon. Sharangina, Parshado, we are associates. And now here we have come here. Why? Some Prapto, they approached you, Neto, to take you, Bhagavatham, to the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavatham also can refer to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord or to the position Prabhupada right. That means where the Supreme Lord resides. So basically we are going to take you to the spiritual world. That's why we have come. And then Prabhupada writes in the purport that Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattva tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam iti so arjuna. Anyone who tries to understand or who understands pastimes of the Lord, transcendental, within this material world and spiritual world. Amazing. Why Prabhupada has to write in bracket within this material world or in spiritual world? Because they're transcendental. We should be convinced that Lord's pastimes in this material world are not material. They are not temporary. If they are material, then they will be temporary. Because Lord is eternal, His pastimes are eternal. That means the pastimes in the material world of the Lord also are transcendental and spiritual. These pastimes have nothing to do with material energy or three modes of material nature. That's how Mayavadis think that when Lord comes, He also becomes a prisoner, chained or locked within three modes of material nature, like we conditions also. The Prabhupada gives wonderful examples of a king coming to prison house. He's not bound by the prison rules. He is calm with his own will. Nobody has forced him. So then we'll discuss about the board Sharanga, and then we'll discuss about the purport. So I thought, because Lord Vishnu's bow, Lord Krishna's bow is Sharanga, so let us discuss something and know some history, like how, obviously it is an eternal, but there are past times, how Agni Dev came and he only gave the bow also, but different times. And he gave Sudarshan Chakra also. But Sudarshan is eternally with God. By the past time, Lord accepts these weapons from the demigods or from rishis, from sages. Like Lord Ram got celestial weapons from Vishwamitra. And he took training also how to use those celestial weapons from Vishwamitra. This is past time. That's what we discussed. All these pastimes are spiritual by nature, transcendental to this particular world. So this bow called Sharanga was actually created. Now this is the pastime in the material world. This bow is eternal bow. But how it came in the material world in Satyuga, the Vishwakarma, who's an engineer or architect for the demigods, he made two bows. One is Sharanga and one is Pinaka. So Sharanga was given to Lord Vishnu and Pinaka came to Lord Shiva. So Brahma wanted to know that who is the better archer amongst Lord Vishnu and Shiva. Obviously Brahma knows that Lord is Lord. Just for the pastime sake and to teach to the world how Lord Vishnu is greater than Lord Shiva, this pastime took place. And Lord Vishnu and Shiva, they both started having a duet, a fight, and it became so terrible that the entire universe was shaking and lost the balance. Everyone was scared that now everything will be destroyed because these two most powerful personalities are against each other, fighting. So finally, Lord Vishnu, he somehow gets upper hand and he releases one arrow by which Lord Shiva is stunned or he becomes like unconscious for some time. And that time immediately Lord Brahma comes along with all the demigods and he prays to Lord Vishnu that, my dear Lord, we know you are the best. Please stop this fight. Everything will be destroyed. The Lord just cools down, and then Lord Shiva was not very happy. He was angry that I lost it. And, I lost having this one of the best bow in my hand, Pinaka. I lost. What's the use of it? So he gives this bow to one king. And the same king in whose line, in whose succession comes Janak Maharaj, the father of Sita. And this is the same bow kept for this Swayamvar. When Mother Sita was to accept husband, a select husband, Janak Maharaj says that whoever will, take this bow in his hand can only become my son-in-law. Because what happened once, Sita was a small girl playing with flower ball. Nowadays, the children play with the plastic ball and the rubber ball. So they were playing with the flower ball. Sita was playing with a girlfriend. So somehow the ball got stuck into the tree. And there were these little kids thinking what to do, what to do. And there were many security guards, but Sita thought, oh, wait, let me bring some long stick and we just, take this ball out where it was stuck. So she was not able to find the long stick. So what she did, she took this bow, Pinaka bow. Now this bow was to be carried by 1,000 people. 1,000 people used to carry this bow. And Mother Sita, in her childhood, she picked up the bow with one hand and, just took out the ball stuck in the tree and kept the bow. And when all the security guards they saw, they went and they told to Janak Maharaj. Janak Maharaj was happy also, but sad also. He said, if my daughter is so powerful, then my son-in-law has to be more powerful than my daughter. And that is how he kept his condition. Whoever will lift this bow, he will marry Sita. So not only Lord Shiva lifted the bow, he broke the bow. So he Vishnu. Seeing Lord Shiva giving the bow, Vishnu also gave his bow to a sage named Richika. And in his lineage, this bow came to Lord Parshuram. And using this bow, Lord Parshuram is very powerful because Parshuram is also incarnation of Lord. But he is Shaktiavish avatar. Now, in the pastimes of Lord Ram, this bow, Pinaka bow, Lord Shiva's bow is broken. Now there's only another most powerful bow remaining in the universe, which is with Parshuram. And Lord wanted it back. Because Lord Ram is God. And Parshuram is Shaktiavish avatar. So then, if you remember in Ramayana, there's a pastime where Dashrath, along with all his family members, going back from Mithila to Ayodhya after Ram's marriage. They're going back. His entourage is going back. And suddenly, there are dark clouds and so much of thunderstorm and lightning and thundering, everything. And Dashrath was scared. Who's coming? And he saw the great Parshuram standing in front of him. Dashrath was scared because he knew no one can fight Parshuram. So Parshuram challenged Lord Ram. He knows who's Lord Ram. He challenged. Dashrath was very scared. But Lord Ram fought, and he fought in such a way that Parshuram was completely defeated. And then Lord took that bow from Parshuram. And that is where it is said that Parshuram's power, which was given for a certain cause, was taken back by the Lord. And after that, Parshuram went to a holy place and did austerities and practiced bhakti. So that is how this bow came back to Lord Ram. And using the same bow, he killed Ravana and Kumbhakarna and others. Bow is also called Kodanda in the southern Indian languages like Tamil. If you go to Tirupati, there's a very beautiful form of Lord, greenish form of Lord Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman, very beautiful temple. This temple is known as Kodanda Ram. Kodanda means bow and Ram. So this is Kodanda. That's why sometimes Krishna also, Mirabai used to refer Krishna as Kodanda Dhari, who has this bow. So this is Ramayana. Same bow now when Agni requested Arjuna that I want to swallow this entire forest, Khandava forest. And it was good for Arjuna because they wanted to bring the kingdom there. But Taksha, the snake Taksha is living there and Indra is supporting Taksha. If Agni will fight, if burn the forest, Taksha will be harmed and Indra will retaliate with Agni. So then Agni goes to Lord Krishna and Arjuna. And Arjuna and Krishna said, okay, we'll help you, don't worry. That time Agni, they gifted this, or Varuna gifted this bow through Agni to Lord Shiva. That's Sharanga. And after killing everyone before Lord left this planet, went back to the spiritual world, he threw he gave back the bow to Varuna by throwing it in the ocean. It will reach to Varuna. He'll protect it. The bow of Lord. So this is how the history of Sharanga and Satyuga, in Treta Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga. Fortunately, unfortunately, Sharanga is not being used in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is, the weapon is only holy name, which will not destroy the person, but will destroy the traits and the personality. Yeah. The tendencies will be destroyed by this holy name. So Gauranga does not take any weapon in his hand. So this is about Sharanga, the description, so I thought we'll discuss. Then Prabhupada is stating very wonderful thing. Throughout his life, the purpose, throughout his life, Dhruva tried to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, austerity and presence. Now the mature result was Dhruva Maharaj became fit to be carried to the spiritual world, accompanied by the confidential associate of the Lord. Sometimes devotees ask Prabhuji, Maharaj, I have been practicing chanting, four regular principles. I'm a brahmachari, I'm a grahastha, I'm a vanaprastha. I'm practicing all this from 10 years, or 15 years, or 20 years, or 30 years. Still, I'm not getting darshan of Lord. I'm not able to see the Leela of Lord. When will the Golokvasis, we don't want Vaikunthavasi to come and take us. We want Golokvasis. When will that come? Because if you are supposed to go to Golok, then someone has to come from Golok and take you back. If you have to go to Vaikuntha, then from Vaikuntha, if you have to go to Ayodhya, then someone will come from Saket and take you back to Ayodhya. So we become restless. We lose patience. Patience is also connected to faith. If we don't have faith, we will not have patience. Another thing, we may practice Krishna consciousness, but Lord will not give all the result now. Because if He gives the result now, we may again deviate because they're still not become very pakka. They're still very raw. Krishna does not give us the result. Krishna will give the result when He wants. And mostly He'll give the result at the end of the life. That's what He says. We have proper right. Guru Maharaj, his entire life he tried to understand Lord. He's not saying he understood Lord. He tried to understand Lord. No one can understand Lord. Only we can try. The mature result. Now the mature result was given to Dhruva. So whole life we have to work. No matter how much life we have to just work for whole life, religiously, faithfully, enthusiastically, lovingly, spontaneously, voluntarily, and all those words you can, adjectives and verbs you can add. Having full faith in the instruction of the Lord with rock steady determination and patience, unlimited patience. Because if you have faith, then patience will flow. Patience will come if you have faith. So that is how we have to work, and then eventually we'll see the result will be given. Everywhere in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's mentioned that one who has practiced bhakti will never go empty-handed. Definitely he will get the desired result. Krishna will give time when he will be convinced that we are ready to accept. He'll give. Dhruva was purified and then given kingdom. So we may ask why Krishna is not giving us the kingdom. Till the time we go back to Godhead, let us enjoy some material benefit with the spiritual understanding. But Krishna should give us money. Krishna is not giving. Krishna is not giving material benefit because we are not ready. For some people he gives, some people he does not give. That he decides. You see the life of Srila Prabhupada. Till 1966, he was not having money. He was having problem. After he took Vanaprastha ashram, Prabhupada, there was money. He was literally begging for printing. He never went out to beg for himself. He just went to businessmen and to people for printing. He was taken care of a lot. Even Nimai, God is done. This how Lord will take care of us. So when Nimai was a small boy, this is after Jagannath Mishra passed away. Vishwarup took sannyas. After that, Jagannath Mishra passed away. Now Nimai and mother, nobody else in the house. So mother was more attached to Nimai. So once Nimai came home, because he was son of Brahmin, so he told his mother that, Mother, I want to do puja, Ganga puja. Give me all the ingredients. And after Jagannath Mishra passed away, there was no one to earn. And they were Brahmins, they were poor Brahmins. If you see Lord Nimai at one place, in Nimai's house, there was nothing to eat also. Somehow something will come, but practically no stock. He is Lakshmipati. Sachimata was worried. So Sachimata, when he heard that Nimai wants to go for Ganga Puja and he wants ingredients, she wanted to give everything to her life and soul. So she said, Nimai, I'll go out and arrange it. Don't worry. Nimai was, but the mother left the house to go to market and get all the ingredients. Nimai was furious. And he was thinking that such a house of a Brahmana, that there is no stock for worshipping Mother Ganga. He took the stick and broke every furniture, everything in the house. He destroyed everything. He was in such a rage. He destroyed entire house. Everything he broke apart. Everything. Finally, he was still, when he couldn't find anything to break, he was still so angry that started beating with a stick on the earth. He was beating on the ground, so angry. And mother, by the time that she came, she was hearing the sound and she just peeped from window. She saw that. Nimai is so angry. She was extremely worried. Why this young chap is so angry? And I don't have elder son, I don't have my husband. How will I take care of him? And by then, I was tired and his own Leela he slept on the ground. Vedanta Thakur very beautifully explained how the Lakshmipati is sleeping on the ground. And then mother cooks something for Nimai to eat and prepares a puja thali. Nimai goes complete. See, she's not talking anything about what destruction he has created. It's not like Yashoda. Like Sachi is different. Same personality, different mood. And that too, you don't have husband and elder son. Only Nimai is there. So Nimai goes and does his puja, completes his puja and comes back. When he comes back, she's ready with the prasad. She offers and he starts eating. And after that, very lovingly, very sweetly, Mother Sachi is asking, Nimai, whatever is in your house, it is yours. You are the only person whom this all belongs to. By breaking everything, you have incurred a loss for yourself. Why did you do that, my son? How will we take care? We don't have anything, and now whatever was there is destroyed. How will we sustain our life? And Nimai Pandit says, Mother, why do you become so worried? Do you not know that the sustainer for everyone is Lord Krishna and he will take care of us? This is what Lord is teaching, not to break the house, not to break the house, but to have complete faith that Lord Krishna is the maintainer. He will maintain us. Once Lord Gauranga went to Srimad, he said, Srimad, I don't see you earning. I don't see you doing anything. How will you maintain a family? You have such a big family. So Shiva said, My dear Lord, I will just clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And if my maintainer Lord Krishna will not send whatever I need, I will go and jump in Ganga. He has so much faith in Krishna that I am practicing bhakti. And Krishna will send whatever I need from my maintenance. Lord said, Srivas, if Lakshmi has to personally beg, she will, but you will not have to go and jump in Ganga. That means you will be taken care. Now that does not mean that God is telling that every householder should do that, because when Vasudeva Datta, he was so generous that he will just whatever he earned, he will give it away in charity. And Lord Gauranga asked his wife how to sustain. He said he gives everything. We don't have anything at house. And then Lord Gauranga arranges one devotee to be manager or a finance person, accountant for Vasudeva Datta. And he said, Vasudeva, whatever you are earning, you give to this person and he will take care of your house. Otherwise, he will distribute everything. So, different pastimes for different explanations and for different teachings. But here we're talking about faith. So, we need to work on and develop that kind of faith. And how that will come? That will come by seeing in so many years of our Krishna consciousness, have we seen the hand of Krishna? Have we witnessed some magic, some spiritual transcendental magic happening in our life? The answer is yes. Definitely in every devotee's life, there is a magic that has happened more than once. We have to just introspect, focus on that. And if that can happen, why Krishna cannot take care of it? Why Krishna will not open the door of the spiritual world if we sincerely practice Krishna consciousness? There should not be doubt. But this faith will take some time to build. Eventually it will come. When it will come, we'll be ready. And when we'll be ready, the plane will come. And one plane will take only one passenger. Amazing. Charter plane will come. Some attendants from Vaikuntha and only one devotee. And then another plane will come for another devotee. Then another plane will come for another devotee. So many planes. But don't worry, there will be no traffic jam. Even if 10,000s and millions of devotees have to go back to Godhead, there will be no traffic jam. But it's very difficult, even for one single soul. But we sincerely practice, keep practicing, developing that faith, going with enthusiasm and determination, and eventually we'll come to the runway and the plane will come, we'll just board and then take off. Never to return to this material world. Punarjanmana vidyate. This is how Dhruva's going back. And I thought today is a wonderful day. The disappearance day of two great acharyas, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and the Rasikanand Prabhu. I'll also discuss something. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he lived for 144 years. Very old. And then, there was, if you go to Swananda Sukhad Kunja, this is the name of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bhajan Kutir in Navadip. Swananda Sukhada Kunja. Swananda Sukhada Kunja. And if you go and read Bhaktivinoda Thakur's book, in one of the books he mentions that he is a Manjari, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Manjari has their own kunja. And the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's kunja is known as Swananda Sukhada Kunja in spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan. So he kept the name of his house as Swananda Sukhada Kunja. And if you go there and stand on the terrace or even on the ground, you just see across Jalangi. There's a Jalangi you can see, and across Jalangi you will see the face of Temple of Vedic Planetary. Prabhupada wanted the place to go that side because Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the one who found this place of birthplace of God, and whose vision was this to come after Nityananda. So someone may ask, why it is not facing other side or to the main road? If you see the temple of Vedic Planetarium, the temple is not facing towards the main road. It is facing towards Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house in Ananda Sukhad Kunj. If you go to their place, there's a Bhajan Kutir of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There's a Bhajan Kutir of Gaurkishore Das Babaji. There's a Bhajan Kutir of Jagannath Das Babaji. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also did his bhajan there. When I went first time, I saw, and there were ears where all these four acharyas, including Jagannath Das Babaji, because he is so old, 144, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaurkishore Das Babaji, and Bhakti Siddhanta, they all four used to be together at one place. We cannot even imagine or perceive, what kind of atmosphere it will be. Four acharyas in our parampara all together at one time. They were there. And that is, so Jagannath Das Babaji stay 6 months in Navadip and 6 months in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, he used to stay near Surya Kund, and Navadip he used to mostly stay with Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, he gave this mantra, Vaishnava Sarvabhaum. Sarvabhaum means in the entire Bhumi, the entire planet Earth, he is top class Vaishnava. In all the three mandalas, in Braj Mandal, in Navadip Mandal, and in Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri. Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave him this title as Sarvabhauma, chief of all Vaishnavas. And his eyes, if you see, when he was more than 120, 125 years old, his eyelids were always closed. He cannot even lift his eyelids. So his two assistants will help to, lift his eyelids. That's the transcendental pastime of devotees and the Lord. He's not able to open his eyes. He's not able to open his eyelids. Two assistants, with their fingers, they will raise the eyelids, and then Jagannatha Babaji will see his deities, Giriraj Govardhan, and he will offer Tulsi Manjari to the deities. Amazing. But when the Kirtan will start, the same Jagannatha Babaji who couldn't even walk, he will jump 4 feet, 5 feet high in the Kirtan. He will jump and sing and chant, and loudly he will chant. The same person. And after when Kirtan is over, he will sit at one place, he will not even be able to lift his eyelids. That is his pastime. We should not see, oh, such a old, no, that is his pastime. And he would be carried in the basket. Vihari, his personal servant, would carry him in the basket on his head. So when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur found out through the different maps and research this place, Yoga Peeth, the birthplace of Lord Gauranga, still he wanted a confirmation. So he requested Jagannath Babaji to come and confirm. Jagannath Babaji that time was at Vrindavan. So he said, okay, I'll come. Message went. And Bihari Prabhu, the personal assistant of Babaji Maharaj, he lifted him and brought him by walking from Vrindavan to Navadip, carrying him. And seeing the place, Jagannath Babaji sitting on the head in the basket of Bihari Prabhu, he jumped from there. Not that the basket was kept on, he jumped from there and started dancing and chanting like a madman. This is the place where Lord Nimai took birth. And he was dancing, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur got confirmation. Either this was final stamp, we'll close this case of research. We got the answer. And then he will dance and all that. He will do Chaturmas. Even in Vrindavan, he would take prasadam from the sweepers, the street sweepers. So many people in Vrindavan were talking against Babaji. The Vaishnava Sarvabhaum, is it good that he should take some sweepers? So some Vaishnavas, they came and they requested Babaji Maharaj, why are you doing this? He said, even Lord Brahma wants to become a dust particle in the holy land of Vrindavan. That is the power of dust of Vrindavan. And the sweeper is sweeping the streets of Vrindavan. Whole day he is in the dust of Vrindavan. How can he say he is not purified? Whole day he is just eating and wearing dust only. His entire body is covered with dust. Like the Braj Raj, how can he say he is not pure? And everyone got the answer. Once Jagannath Babaji's servant, Bihari Prabhu got sick, he got fever. For 22 days he didn't wake up. And the doctors and all came. They said, Babaji Maharaj, he will not sustain. He will leave his body. And Babaji Maharaj became angry. He said he will leave Who has that much of audacity to take Bihari when I'm sitting here? And I will chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, and I will see, let Yamdutas or even their master Yamaraj come, let me see who has the audacity to take my servant from here. And he started chanting holy name. He's showing that with the power of holy name, what can you do? And Guru is chanting for his own disciples. After chanting, what he did, it was 22 days. Now, Babaji Maharaj was, you can see from material vision, he was not able to walk or do anything. He was not able to lift his eyelids also. So then, but he got up and he prepared khichdi. Offered it to Giriraj, and then he said, Bihari, wake up. And he was unconscious, but he woke up. He said, Bihari, I have prepared khichdi for you. You eat this khichdi, you become healthy. So Jagannath Babaji fed him khichdi. And he took the khichdi, he got some strength. The wonderful thing comes, Babaji Maharaj is telling to Bihari, look Bihari, from 22 days, I haven't washed my mouth also. You are sleeping here in fever. Who will, bring water and make me wash my mouth? And I'm very hungry. Get up fast. Go and cook for me. Bring some prasadam. See, Babaji Maharaj is just now, he cooked khichdi for his assistant, Bihari Prabhu. And he's telling to Bihari Prabhu that I have not even washed my mouth and haven't eaten anything from 22 days. Get up fast. Go and cook for me. Bring some prasadam. Very hungry. Such are the transcendental and mysterious pastimes of devotees. We should not just speculate or try to take out something. Some pastimes are you just hear and relish. That's how is one of the pastimes. There are many things more. How he was even once Jagannath Babaji called his servant. He said he got some donation. Jagannath Babaji, ₹1 donation he got. ₹1 was a big thing in those days. He called his assistant. He said, go to Navadip town and bring rasgullas. Whatever rasgullas you can purchase from ₹1, go and purchase. He went and ₹1 got a basket full of rasgullas, a bucket full of rasgullas. Assistant came to Babaji Maharaj and said, I brought rasgullas, what to do? He said, now feed all these rasgullas to the dogs of Navadip. What? Who feeds such a costly thing? Rasgulla to the dog. Babaji Maharaj said, these are not ordinary dogs, they're Dhammas. They've taken birth in Dham. They'll go back to Krishna. So feed them rasgulla. Once he was taking prasadam in Navadip, and some puppies came, and they started eating prasadam from the same plate, and Jagannath was eating, puppies are eating. And Bihari Prabhu was disgusted. How can these dogs come and eat from the plate of my Guru Maharaj is eating? He just pushed them away. Babaji said, Bihari, they are residents of Holy Ram. They are Brajavasis. Don't see their bodies. And I will not eat my prasadam till the time you bring those dogs back. So he used to go and search and bring the puppies back, and they were eating. Once Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, in Govardhan, with his disciples, around 73, 74 somewhere. He was doing Govardhan, and he was staying in Govardhan. And it was evening time, a little dark, and Prabhupada was about to honor the prasadam. The prasadam was there in front. And 2, 3 sannyasis are sitting, standing, and some devotees are sitting. They would want to see Prabhupada always. So they were sitting there. And then 2 dogs, very fierce looking dogs, came running at the speed of the wind, and they were about to come and just, they jump onto the Prabhupada. So the two dogs coming very fast, coming directly towards the Prabhupada. And all devotees and these two sannyasis were standing. They took their dandas to hit the dogs so that the dogs will not harm Prabhupada. But before they could do anything, Prabhupada was having one chapati, full chapati in his hand. He just torn the chapati in two pieces and threw it, and both the dogs, they caught chapatis, went quietly back. So you can understand how these wonderful devotees are exchanging loving relationship with these Mahabhagavatas. We don't know who the two dogs are, whether they're demigod, whether they're Brajavasis, we don't know. No speculation. But this happened. So this is something very little about Jagannath Das Babaji. And we'll discuss something about Srila Rasikanand Prabhu. So Rasikanand Prabhu, he appeared in 1590 in the month of Kartik in the village of Rayani or Rohini. And he was a son of a zamindar. That his father, his also name was Murari, so that's why he was Rasika Murari. His name is Rasika Murari also. And he is an, I just said, Jagannath Babaji is also Rasika Manjari in Krishna Leela. So Rasika Murari Prabhu was son of a rich man, and he was Mahabhagavata's eternal associate of Lord Gauranga. His father got him married to a girl called Shyamadasi, and the wonderful qualities both husband and wife. But still, he was feeling that he is lacking the mercy of spiritual masters. He was praying to the Lord, and the voice came in. It's like from the clouds, from the sky, and the voice said that tomorrow your guru will meet you. And then he was Rasikananda. He told him, Shamananda. He told the name. That voice told the name, and this Rasikananda Prabhu was whole night he was just chanting the name of Shamananda. Whole night he was chanting the name of Shamananda. And even in the dream in the night, Shamananda Prabhu came and he said, tomorrow morning, at this point, at this place, at this time, I will meet you. To come there. And that is how these two eternal devotees, associates of Lord, Shamananda Prabhu and Rasikananda Prabhu, they both met. And then Shamananda Prabhu engaged Rasikananda Prabhu after initiation in some deity worship. He initiated both, husband and wife, and he engaged in some deity worship. Again, telling to the world that yes, the first duty after initiation for all the grahasthas is to worship deities. Even Prabhupada said that. Deity worship, very important. Deity worship and serving the Vaishnavas. Very, very important for a householder. It's not for sannyasis, they keep traveling. But householders must have deities, especially after initiation or better. And they worship deities and the Vaishnavas. So they were worshipping deities, and finally he was told to go and preach. And he was such a powerful preacher. When he will preach, all the dacoits, blasphemers, or the demoniac people, non-believers, everyone will come and surrender at the lotus feet of Rasikananda. Even Yavanas, kings, everyone will come and surrender. He was such pure soul. Big people, kings, became the disciples of Rasikananda. Once there was mad elephant about to attack. They were coming running, mad elephant running towards Rasikananda. About to attack. And he was very calm and peaceful. Because the devotee knows that even this mad elephant or a tiger or a lion or a demon, Paramatma is sitting in everyone's heart. And he only guides the action. So he chanted, Rasikananda Prabhu chanted the holy name, Gauranga, Gauranga, Krishna, Krishna. and he sprinkled some water on the elephants, and they both elephant they subdued, and they became so humble. They were paying obeisances, and after that they always served Rasikanand Prabhu. Rasikanand Prabhu after that called them Gopal Das, the elephant, because this elephant was serving. They were Gopal Das, and because the elephants were actually chanting, they said Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Amazing. All followers of Gauranga making animals chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and one disciple of Srila Prabhupada said that Prabhupada, you are more merciful than Lord Gauranga, because you, Lord Gauranga, made animals chant holy name, but you made people, human beings who are worse than animals, chant holy name. So you are much more merciful, Prabhupada, than even Gauranga. So this is how. And then Rasikanand Prabhu finally came to Kirsar Gopinath. He was preaching in Odisha mainly. And then once when there was a loud roaring kirtan by his disciples, Rasikananda Prabhu entered. He closed his pastime on this world. He entered the deity of Kirsar Gopinath, never to come out. He entered in the deity of. Because there's no samadhi, it's only Pushpa Samadhi of Rasikananda Prabhu. And all the disciples who were doing kirtan, they left Mridangas, they left the Kartals, and eventually they left their bodies. They couldn't bear the separation of Rasikananda Prabhu. They left their bodies immediately. Such are the devotees who cannot bear the separation from his guru or from devotees for even a moment. So Rasikananda Prabhu had three sons, Sri Radha Ananda, Sri Krishna Govinda, Sri Radha Krishna. And today also if you go to Gopijan Vallabhpur, it is near it is the station Kharagpur, there is a temple of Rasikananda Prabhu, and there is a deity which was worshipped. So disciples of the descendants of Rasikananda Prabhu are still there, who are worshipping in that temple. So this is about Rasikananda Prabhu, Sri Jagannath Babaji. Srila Jagannath Babaji Tirubhav Mahamotsav ki jai. Srila Rasikananda Prabhu Tirubhav Mahamotsav ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatham ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments?
Oh. Go ahead, Paneshwari Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very nice class. So much you told about these great personalities. Wonderful, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your association. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu?
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Yes, that's fascinating class, fascinating. One question is about the discovery of Yoga Peak, where I think Lord Chaitanya appeared. Before Bhaktivinoda Thakur took Jagannath Das Babaji there, and that miracle happened where he jumped up, what was the indication that Bhaktivinoda received that made him feel that this was probably Yoga Peak?
So once when he was standing on his terrace, the roof of his house, that is where he got darshan of Prakash Leela, Mahaprakash Leela. Mahaprakash Leela of Lord Gauranga, he lived public, and that is how he wrote this Sandhya Arti, Gaur Arti. He wrote, if you see Gaur Arti is the description of Mahaprakash Leela, is how they are standing and what is happening. Another, then he started, he was definitely searching. he had some maps. He got some old maps because the local resident of Navdeep, they were telling the Yoga Peeth is in the Navdeep because they were making good money. Showing the Yoga Peeth getting, and in the other side of the river, there was nothing. So then
No, but when you said that they were making good money, I didn't understand that part. Say again?
So the resident of Navdeep town, they were claiming that the Yoga Peeth is in Navdeep town. And people were coming to visit Navdeep town and visit Yoga Peeth. And definitely when you visit some temple, it's a culture that you will give some donation. So they were making money out of it. And that was a wrong place. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he started, because he was a magistrate, he got all the government documents and the maps, and he could find out that the Yoga Peeth is not on this side of the river, it is on the other side of the river, which is nothing there now, only some rice fields and something. So he started searching, and then finally he got confirmation of Mahaprakash Leela, and then still he wanted to be confirmed for the world. So he got final confirmation from Jagannath Das Babaji. And this land of Yoga Peeth, now where is Yoga Peeth, that was under the control of some Muslim family. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he went to that Muslim family and told that you give us this land. So this Muslim said, yeah, take it.
Hello?
We are trying to grow something in this land, but nothing is growing except tulsi. And Muslims have nothing to do with tulsi. So entire Yoga Peeth was covered with tulsi plants. So they just sold or gave it away. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur started this one collection of collecting 1 rupee from everyone and building this temple. So that's a detailed story you can maybe read in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's biography, the Seventh Goswami.
Oh, that story is there?
Everything.
In that book?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, nice to know. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I have one question. So you see that after the first generation after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, for 200 years, it was called
100 years.
100 years? Okay. So I was wondering, is there any reason anywhere mentioned that why there's so much Upper Sampradayas came about? And
you're talking about the Upper Sampradaya. That was after Mahaprabhu left. What happened? By the will of Mahaprabhu, the Ganga overflew, and there was flood for 100 years. The entire land of Navdeep was covered under the water, and then water receded, and then gradually things started. I don't know the reason why all these Upper Sampradayas, but this is Kali Yuga. One logical understanding what I've heard is, if you go to a jewelry shop and you tell the person that I want to buy some diamond, they will put some velvet dark color cloth, either black or dark blue, and then put the diamond because diamond will shine more. So one is the Kali Yuga effect. Another is then Bhaktivinoda Thakur got this service, and then this Vaishnava Sampradaya, the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Yeah, it was in a very horrible state. But we never know. Even in future, a lot of Upper Sampradayas may come because it's Kali Yuga. And it will come from ISKCON itself. Because some deviation in ISKCON means another person will open another Sampradaya. It's already happening in ISKCON. So this will happen always. This is adharma. This is yuga of adharma. It will always happen. There are always some genuine people. So we have to follow the genuine devotees if we want to go back to Godhead. And Prabhupada society is gone. It's completely genuine. We should have faith. And whoever are the custodians of the society right now who are caretakers of the society, they are genuine. That is why. Once Srila Prabhupada in the last days, some of his disciples asked Prabhupada, who will be the next Acharya? Prabhupada said, whoever has faith in me, he'll become the next Acharya. Now, Prabhupada didn't make any Anacharya. Whoever will follow me, Prabhupada said, not faith, sorry. Prabhupada said, whoever will follow me will become an next Acharya. So GBC is there. Whoever is following, they are there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. So it's Prabhupada Shakti. So we have to have complete faith and not just get affected by some individuals getting deviated in the philosophy and going stray, going away, and then practicing their own so-called philosophy. That's Upper Sampradaya. We have plenty of you. I don't know the exact reason. Mahaprabhu. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So we should not worry. This yuga is of darkness, hypocrisy, and quarrel. So we should not worry. This is bound to happen. These things are happening. We have to just protect our consciousness and proceed.
So, Prabhuji, my question is, when Mahaprabhu was there, just by seeing him, by he touching someone, embracing someone, he could give them prema. And when we see the descriptions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, all his associates were so highly elevated, and then there was so much about following parampara. Even now, we do that. So 500 years before, when Mahaprabhu was personally there, so much about following parampara, and that was a high level of bhakti that was present there, and suddenly everything could vanish, and then so much sahajiyas and
so if you read 11th canto, if you read Bhagavad Gita, which was spoken 5,000 years back, Krishna is talking about Mayavatis. In the 11th canto, if you read Krishna, the Uddhav Gita, Krishna is talking to Uddhav in detail. Whatever Gita he spoke to Arjuna, because there was less time, he spoke in brief. The detailed version of Bhagavad Gita is 11th canto of Bhagavatham, which is known as Uddhav Gita. In this, Krishna is talking about all these bogus people. And in the time of Mahaprabhu only, there was Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. There was Prakashananda Saraswati. There were these Buddhists who wanted to cheat Mahaprabhu. There were these Bhattahari, Chutu, Kala, Krishnadas. There were people. It was not that they were not there. It's not that there was no Jagai Madai. Who hit Nityanand Prabhu? If everyone is following Bhakti, why Mahaprabhu had to leave Navdeep? There is a different reason also. Why Mahaprabhu said, we will go to preach. If anyone accepts our process, it's okay. If he doesn't accept the process, we go to the next village. So there were people who were not accepting. When Navdeep, Nityanand Prabhu was traveling house to house, there were people who were rejecting him. There were people who were closing the doors. There were people like Gopal Chapal. And there were people like Pondrak in the pastimes of Krishna. And there was Duryodhana. And there was Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh in Satyuga. The material world will never be free of disturbances and these Kali Chelas. Never. Only it will increase in Kali Yuga. Satyuga it is less, but it is there. We just read Dhruva's stepmother. Was she a big Sakti? She didn't allow this small child to sit on the lap of his father and telling that small child go and die and then take another birth from my womb if you want to sit. And if you read the creation, when four Kumaras they rejected the proposal of Brahma to get married, and Shiva was born, and Brahma said to Shiva, you create. And he created all hooligans, all hippies. And they were attacking Brahma only. So then Brahma saw, he told to Rudra, your creation is attacking me, you go and just sit and do tapasya. You will be called at the time of dissolution. So never think in the material world there were no problem. It's always a problem place. It is Dukhalaya, it was Dukhalaya, it will be Dukhalaya. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Even Mother Sita was, there is Leela, but she was tortured. There was misunderstanding between Pandavas. There was misunderstanding between brothers. There was misunderstanding husband and wife. Mother Sita has to be abandoned by Lord Ram. Obviously, there are reasons, but everywhere you see these kind of things are happening. I wanted to kill, so he wanted to commit suicide. And these demoniac forces, they came, they approached him, Duryodhana, you are our representative on this earth. You cannot commit suicide. And they again inspired him. So these kind of things keep happening. So don't think in Mahaprabhu's time it was all pure bhakti. One thing is there, Mahaprabhu took back every soul back with himself. The entire universe was emptied because of Vasudev Datta. Entire universe was emptied. And again it got refilled by Mahaprabhu's arrangement. And now any logical person, any Jnani will ask, oh, how is that Leonardo da Vinci was in the Europe 500 years back? And if he went back, then how come another Leonardo da Vinci, he continued life from there? You please go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ask him. I don't know the answer of this. I don't know anyone will have the answer of this, how this happened. This Krishna's inconceivable arrangement. He took everyone, entire universe was emptied. I don't know, unfortunately, where were we? We were in some different universe rotting, and now we have come here. Anyway, Srila Prabhupada has given us shelter. So it is always like that. These two forces, demoniac and the demigod, these two forces will always exist. This world is full of duality, will always exist. If you want that place of pure bhakti and no adulteration, go back. The only place is spiritual world. No place in material world. Krishna is telling, Ah Brahma Bhuvana Loka. From the Brahma Lok, the problem starts. Even the Brahma Lok, the problem is there. Even in Indra Lok. In Bhagavatham, if you read, Prabhupada writes, Sukadeva Goswami says, Indra is always fearful, always fearful. And demigods are envious sometimes because that is how the situation is. Very fearful situation of demigods, very fearful. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur said this material world is not a place for gentlemen to live or a gentlewoman.